David Drew. Thank you all so much for coming out tonight to what is my last episode, hopefully the start of a great new future for All Nighter. Hey, let's go and bring out my co-host, Adam Mastriani.
Time, David.
Hey, we don't have any time to waste. You know.
I know. At midnight, I turned back into a summer squash.
Gotta take advantage while we can. We have a bang-up show for you guys tonight. For a grown-up guest, we didn't just get a professor. We got the president of the university. Chris Eisgruber is here. For our talent guest, Caroline Reese was our first talent guest on the show. Mark Water was our second. Tom Markham seems like a really nice guy. They are Caroline Reese and the Drifting Fish. We're very, very excited to share our final episode with them. And also, who do we have as our student guest? Oh, we can't tell you that because they are the next host and co-host of All Night. Let's do some jokes.
All right.
Typically, we do jokes to start the show. Not too much has been happening around campus. You know, Counseling and Psychological Services, CPS, you guys know them. They have denied the existence of a watch list of students of concern being shared with the administration about mental health issues. However, they do not deny that they have a very extensive watch list on Netflix. They're working their way into episodes of House now, and they're getting really jazzed.
They share it with the Office of Sustainability, so it's always like an inconvenient truth. Recently watched.
You want to watch Planet Earth? Oh, no. Watch House. Lawn Parties was about 2 weeks ago. Lawn Parties was pretty fun. Cannon Club had the rap group Travis Porter. Now, Travis Porter took over 45 minutes to get on stage, actually, before he was supposed to start. Yeah, 45 minutes. That is, by the time he got on stage, his 15 minutes of fame had literally been over 3 times. It was rough. This is an interesting piece of news out of Ohio. A very, very rare set of identical twins was born last week. They're called mono twins. They shared the same amniotic sac and the same placenta. Yeah, so they were together in the womb. When they left, they were actually holding hands as they came out. Yeah, babies. Speaking of gay, Michael Sam became the first openly gay football player to be drafted to the NFL. A lot of the feedback on Twitter was about how Sam had 2 first names. Now, if that's what matters, I'm wondering how come I was not the first openly gay player.
What about Peyton Manning or Wayne Gretzky or Ving Rhames?
Only one of those was even a football player.
Yeah, thanks to the system.
Of course, Princeton's own Karan Reed was drafted as well. Now, after basic training, Karan will report to Saigon to fight off the Viet Cong.
So glad they cast him in this Saigon.
Interesting thing came out of Iran this week. Iran has unveiled its own knockoff of a U.S. stealth spy drone that crashed there in 2011. Yeah. In unrelated news, Air Hogs, the remote control helicopter company, finally broke into the Iran market.
More like Iran Reed, am I right?
Those are 2 things we talked about.
Yeah, I've been paying attention the whole time.
I'm gonna miss this so much. Oh, that got real. I'm sorry. Oh, what else? Clay Aiken. You guys remember Clay Aiken from American Idol? Yeah. He's running for Congress. Well, his opponent in the North Carolina congressional primary suddenly died. Yeah, very, very surprising news. Apparently not enough people called 1-866-IDOL or texted vote to 563-7504, and then they killed him. Clay's doing fine.
Look, Simon Cowell's a loose cannon, but he listens to popular opinion.
You will spare them if you want. NBC has announced that its next live televised musical, you remember they did The Sound of Music last year? Well, they're going to do Peter Pan this year, and then The Music Man. Yeah, Music Man. Now, of course, it's a little concerning. The actors have said that they are not going to actually learn the music. They're going to use the Think system. That is a joke for all 5 Music Man fans. We're going to break that that down.
So in the Music Man, the Professor Harold Hill is actually a con artist.
Not really a professor of music.
Right, and he says all you do is think about how to learn an instrument and then you learn it.
He does this to sell people instruments.
Right, so now that you know this, watch this episode when it's online.
Go to our YouTube page.
Or if you're watching it online currently, rewind.
And then
you'll
laugh
love
at
that
that joke. You're really going to enjoy it then. This is a weird piece of corporate merger news. So Apple, the computer company, purchased the headphone company Beats by Dr. Dre. Now, of course, Microsoft didn't want to be outdone, and based on recent events, they decided to purchase another competitor. They purchased Beats by Solange Knowles.
Solange, farewell, Auf Wiedersehen, black eye. You know?
So go back.
The Sound of Music.
That's it. Rewind, watch that one. Gosh, The Sims 4 is coming out, and it's been given. Yeah, Sims. All right. The Sims 4 has been given a restricted rating in Russia. People are saying that this is likely because the game allows you to simulate same-sex relationships, and that's a no-go with the Russian government. I talked to my gay Sims for comment. They said, their little green crystal turned yellow.
The Russian government is very on board with the idea that you can delete all the doors into a house and set it on fire.
And finally, the NYPD has announced that it will no longer be taking unused condoms from suspected prostitutes as evidence of prostitution. So yes, at long last, RCAs can rest easy from charges of You're still running a prostitution ring out of your room.
That is true, but I don't want to be falsely accused.